Yeah, yeah. We just started up the live stream section now. Okay, guys. We just pop up like we are just starting. Oh, sorry, guys. We were just starting right away just now. Then it feels already popping up, picking, and then getting to talk. Okay, guys. So much love and then so much appreciation to every single person that is going to be watching, and then people that are going to be joining later, and then people that are going to be. Oh my God, I can't wait to see most of my audience again. Anyway, they are going to be joining shortly, and then we just started now. So it feels cool, guys, or popping up, seeing you guys one more time, and then we're fully ready, set, and then to talk. We always love talking. Okay, guys, it's your little bro UF Graphics again, and then we're set today. Today, this afternoon already, a bit delay in our time. Apologies for that. It's not intentional. It's because of unforeseen circumstances, and we're really apologizing. Anyway, guys, we just started off this live stream section just a minute ago, and then we are proceeding. Okay, so if you're seeing me already, I'm seeing you. If you're not seeing me, check your camera. There's something wrong with it. Okay, guys, it feels, as I stated out earlier, and then we're fully ready. Let's straighten our body. Okay, so before you even proceed, before we get started, before we get into anything, or before we land into anything, before we start talking about anything, is it bad? I guess I should just bring this down a little bit. I don't think it's bad. Let me leave it like, okay, before we get started, we're going to be welcoming people, and then when we're done welcoming people, then we will not kickstart, and then maybe we'll introduce ourselves, then we will run. Okay, guys, so to do that, actually, so if you know you're here and this is your first time of ever seeing us, like ever joining our live stream sessions, we are welcoming you. We're not sharing cookies today. Often times, so usually would you tell people, oh yeah, if you're a first time viewer, we're going to be giving you cookies. It's sounding funny anyway, but there is no cookies now. And then we said, we just started, and then this section is more like welcoming people. So if you know you're here, and you know you're sure, and you know you're sure that you're here, and then this is your first time of seeing us, welcome you. Don't forget, I'm kidding. This is why I behave. I don't just know. And then we said, if this is more like your second time of seeing us, like maybe you've ever seen us, just give us a thumbs up. What's it called? If you know you're one of our bros, and then you have ever seen, yeah. I guess I've seen you before. How you doing, Ramon? Hi, dear Ramon. Much love, bro. We just set up the live session now, and they were so happy. I don't just know, but it's fine. We just started, and we said, if you know you've ever seen us, I guess Ramon is one of our fans. Like, I guess so. I'm correct. We've been able to contact me. What's it called, Ramon? Anyway, Ramon, your presence is observed. And then if you also here and you know us, just type you for the comment section. Let's hype you. Anyway, guys, all your presence here are highly recommended, or let's just highly valued. Just get that. Okay, we're just about starting. We started the live session just a few minutes ago, and was set and ready to talk, just like we've been saying, and just like you still have us talk today. Okay, before we proceed, okay, our name is UF Graphics for the first time viewers, and then we talk, and we're not lecturers. Let me address something. We're not teachers. As you can see, I'm a little boy. Yes, we're little boys, and then we usually talk, and then we talk sense, we talk knowledge, we dish out knowledge, we talk insights, and the goal is there is just more like to talk, because we're often hearing young people are sleeping mentally. Yes, when we say young people are sleeping, they're not sleeping physically, they're sleeping mentally, and if we are to wake them up, is with our mouths, is with our vocals to wake them up from their unconsciousness. Is it on sleepiness? I don't just know. They are just feeling reluctant. They are not making any plans. They are just whiling away time. So we accept for your people, and then we are to wake them with our mouth. I don't just know. My mouth is not too big, but I'm just trying to tell you that we are set for young people, and the goal there is just for actually, or more like to actually unveil, because knowledge gain in school is not enough. We're not trying to criticize school or undermine the aspect of schooling, no. But everything you see us talk about here are not usually taught in school. There's no institution that usually teach life after school, or trying to make students actually know what real life brings. Because when we talk about real life is broad, saturated, and then if young people are not even informed of things they are going to be facing, they are going to end up being frustrated. Obviously, we have a lot of intelligent people that are very, very stuck, confused, and then frustrated in life. It's not because they are not intelligent. Have you seen why we said this is not usually taught in school? School is not going to teach you how to navigate life. School is not going to teach you how to make appropriate decisions or how to strive or how to achieve goals. No, school is limited in that aspect. So when we are talking about life, what's it called? Oh my god, I don't know, something is in my mouth. Oh god, I beg. This mic, you better take care of yourself. Oh. I'm angry today. As you can see, I'm boning. Okay, I said school is what we're talking about is beyond schooling. And then we said the goal is to open young people's eyes because they don't know all these facts. And being intelligent is not enough. You can still be intelligent and feel life is not interested, or even to know if you're the most wisest person in the earth, and then if you're not able to communicate, if you're not able to give precisely young people, they should be aware of these things. You're very competitive, and then if you're going to be winning in real life, you ought to be intentional. Being intelligent is not enough. Intentionality has to be included. Being intentional is just more like being aware, knowing what you're chasing, because there's two things about life and chasing goals, or when we see young people saying, I'm chasing my dreams, there's two things involved. Yes, knowing what you're chasing and knowing how to get what you're chasing. These are two different things. I can see that I want a car, I want something. This is assumption. I'm just picturing it. I'm just admiring the goodness, the what's it called? The awesomeness of that stuff. And then another thing is to know what it takes to actually get that. You know, we have a lot of people, we love success, we love influence, we admire all these good things, but few of us are actually ready to pay the price. Because in the matter of price, there are two prices to pay. The first price is more like the sleepless night, the efforts, the stretching that it takes you to get something. And then the second prize is more like the trophy, the results, the applause. Do you get? So more of the times, young people prioritize the second prize, and there's no way you can get the second prize without actually giving into the work. So we love, or what's it called? We love every single thing that we're seeing that is good, but just few of us are actually ready, or let's just say, because okay, now let me paint a picture. The difference between us and successful people is not because they inherited it. Success is not accidental. It's not coincidence. It's intentionally acquired. Wealth, you intentionally acquire it. Have you seen? So when we see young people, when we see successful people, that's intentionality. Have you seen? And then it's not as if at some point many of us knows what it takes to get there, but we're not just ready. Take now. I'm teaching. Sorry, that was a distraction. We're not just ready because it takes two things: knowing what you want, knowing what it takes to get what you want. Everybody, if success is not easy, if it's easy, everybody would have been successful. Obviously, so if actually it's not easy, that means there is an extra work, there is an input requisite. You cannot stay in your comfort zone. You cannot inherit success. You cannot inherit wealth. Young people don't feel okay, they just feel that life happens on its own accord, or life falls in place. They should be aware of these things, because when they are not asked first, you being able to solve a solution, or you being able to solve a problem, is knowing that a problem exists first. If you're not aware that a particular problem exists, there's no way you can solve it. They said a problem foreseen is more like half solved. Now they should be aware that real life is broad, it's saturated, it's competitive. At some point, you're going to be draining, like emotional draining, frustrated, rejections, failures. These are life factual truths, more like logic. Everything. So there's no way. It's just more like people that succeed. They tell you that I failed multiple times. That is why I was able to succeed. Failures are inevitable. It's a free world. You're permitted to fail countless times. Moreover, failure teaches you. Failure is more like a teacher. If you're going to actually cope up, you're going to learn to see failure as a teacher, because what you learn from failure is more like when you fail, you ought to learn from your mistakes, then move ahead, because you cannot revise time. Yeah. Who is that? Mr. Cho. You see Mr. Chu? Oh my god. Anyways, bro, are you a bro? I don't misplace your gender. Apologies if I've done before. I just did. Well, your present means a lot. It's guided. It's what's it called? Oh my god, I don't even know where it's to. But it's fine. We got you. Much love, bro. And then much love. You said the ROI in African. What do you mean by ROI? I don't get it. I'm being stuck right now. What do you mean by ROI in Africa? You even put question mark. What are you trying to refer? Like, I'm stuck. Clarify me. Anyways, oh, sorry. Oh, Karine, I'm getting more confused, guy. I'm getting more confused. You said Okrane. Jesus, guy, is that Igbo or what? I'm not getting it. I'm stuck, guy. I'm stuck. I'm serious right now. This amiibo, guy. Let me just try pronouncing this. This looks like an Igbo word. Okrane. I don't know, guy. I quit. I give up. The name is too difficult to pronounce. Sorry, the word. But it's fine. Mr. Cho. Yeah, that's your name, Mr. Cho. Is that your real name? And then this is more like the first time of seeing our live stream session. And then we were already shouting, and we don't even know why we were shouting. Anyway, it feels good seeing you, and then thanks for being part of. Okay, your Korea. Oh my god. Whoa. Nice seeing you, bro. Are you a bro? Nice seeing you, bro. Yeah, I get it. So Korea. Whoa. We have so many friends here already. We have from Ghana, from United Kingdom, from Australia. Like, we have many of them. Just that many of them are not actively online now. And then we're angry about that. Many of our students are not actively here, but that's cool. So it feels cool seeing you, and then thanks for joining our community. Maybe you can subscribe, and then maybe anytime we stream every day, so you're going to get to see us every day, and then we're going to get to talk. Forget that I'm laughing. I laugh a lot, and then I cannot change it now. So it sounds cool, and then it feels cool already seeing you. We just want to tell you that your presence means a lot. We so much appreciate to get. So UF got you, bro. Okay, let's proceed. We've been saying a lot already, and then we just started. We introduced ourselves. I'm not even started. Today's session stream is more like what's the thumbnail saying? Okay, striving now. The thumbnail is saying striving, and then we're coming to that. I just did the introduction. Then I was like explaining what we're often doing. We said we're set for young people, and then the goal is to make them actually understand what reality means, what life means, and then what life throws to young people, because life is unfair actually, and then it tricked everybody. It's not even interested in your fine face, and then if you're ever going to be navigating, you're going to be intentionally, like intentionality is included, and then you're going to strive everything. So now let's dive into, we're wasted 30 minutes already, so I guess we should just dive into the main matter for today. Talks like what actually occasion, or let's just say why we even occasion today's stream. Okay guys, we're heading to that now. So if we're to do that, or today's stream session is more like strive now, and then we're going to be explaining. When we say strive, we're not trying to tell you to kill yourself. When we say strive, this is more like what's it called, an intentionality effort. When we say strive now, human beings have different stages. Yes, life has different stages of life. Like, there is different stages. Is this stage are the stages of life, and then each stage you're expected to accomplish something. Just more like when you're still tender, when you're still young, there is something expected of you to accomplish or get everything. So life is a progressive one, and then if you're ever growing and you're not growing, there's two growth there: growing inside and growing in things around, because you cannot grow one-sided. Everything. So growths have these different cadres, and then when we refer to growth to young people, we're trying to relate it to everything around, not only their physical growth. Everything. So when we say striving now, that's a call to awaken young people. That's a call to tell young people, we don't have time. Time waits for nobody. Time is ticking. Even when you're sleeping, time is going. So there's no way you can assume that time is your friend. Even when even when you think so, why when you're sleeping, why is it that time is still going? Time is still going. It's not easy for you. Obviously, so that's enough reason to tell you that there's no time. In fact, there's no perfect time to do anything. Any time you have is perfect. You can take it up to yourself and make it perfect. Obviously, so we shouldn't, or let's just say young people, a lot of young people are just wishing. Dreams sweet, only wishing becomes nightmare. It's just dreams. You cannot achieve anything on your comfort zone. You cannot achieve anything only by wishing it. It's not possible. There is work you're going to be carrying out. You have your own part to play. Yes, that's the first stop there. Even the journey of the thousand mile, they said it said not to be stuck. Like the journey of the thousand mile don't start until the first step is taken. That's to tell you that if you have not actually conclude in your mind, or let's just say if you have not actually come to that subconsciousness or being aware that this is what you want, and then you're going to strive to get it, you're actually going to be stuck, because when you're just dreaming without execution, that is nightmare. You're just dreaming. So dreaming without actions is just dream. So that's to tell you that if you have a dream, they said if you have a dream, go get it. You have the ability to become whatever you wish to become. Reason, not because life is fair. Let me restate. You have the ability to get to any height, not because life is fair, but because your daily activities is going to be determining it. Yes, they said your daily activity is silently determining your future. In other words, what you're doing is shaping you to who you're becoming. So if I want to be a professor, I'm going to start reading books, not because life is fair, but because reading books is going to make me one. Just get my picture. Yes, regardless, life is hard and competitive and everything, but when you're determined, you're going to break protocols. Like it's more like your willingness. I don't just know. That's been very, very anxious. Like you cannot achieve dreams only by wishing. Take a look at it from this view. Trees, they don't grow because people wish them to grow. They grow because they are nurtured. Have you seen? So before a seed becomes a tree, a full-grown tree, it's well nurtured. In other words, if you don't nurture your dreams, if you're just there wishing it, you're going to be a good wisher. As simple as that. That's it. So every young person out there, if you have a dream, nurture it. And then at some point, you're going to be stuck, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be confused, you're going to be rejected, you're going to be emotionally down. All these things are life unforeseen circumstances, and then it's going to be coming. So it's not to hide from it, it's just to build stamina. Because in life, you're going to start strong. At some point, life is going to test your ability. Now, it's not all about even failure. When we tell people that failure is part of success, because if you get to meet the most successful people, they will tell you that they have failed too much, that they have failed too much, that's why they succeed. Obviously, yes, you cannot attain to any heights, and there's nothing you can get without failing. You're not God, you're not an island. Nobody's an island, what's it called? Everybody is likely to fail at some point. So failure is an inevitable occurrence. It's just more like it's part of human nature to fail. And then when you fail, the best thing to do is to learn from your failure and then continue. Life waits for nobody. When you're sleeping, time is going. Even the time that we're talking about, time is a life currency. Because the difference between where we are and the future we're talking about tomorrow is the difference of time. This is just a matter of time. It's a duration of time. Now, time is more like a life currency, and then whatever you spend it on, whatever you're purchasing your time with, is a life currency. Obviously, you know what a normal currency means. If I have some money now, there's no money here to practicalize, but let me explain. If I have $50 here now, I can go to the market and buy tomato. Obviously, I purchase tomato and they are giving me tomato. That's for money. And then I say that time is a life currency. That means if I'm using my time to watch televisions, I don't just know. If I'm using my time to read books, let me use that example. If I'm using my time to read books, I'm going to be inculcated with so much knowledge that I can become anything. I'm going to be wiser. Obviously, so time should always be equal to money. The way you wouldn't love to spend money unnecessarily, you wouldn't love to spend time like that. Time is equal to money. So many people's time worth billions and millions of naira. Obviously, so time is a life asset that should be fully utilized. So we actually diverted, but we're coming back. Actually, guys, today strive strive. Let me heal, man, because something is choking me. I don't know what's choking me, guys. Something is choking my throat. I need water, guy. How many minutes now? I'm not even talked too much. Why am I stressed like this? Anyways, sorry guys, I don't just know what's choking my throat. But it's fine. I said, what's it called? Okay, we were talking about striving. And then we said something like understand what, okay, just more like, firstly, we're going to know the meaning of striving. When we're talking about striving, we say striving is not struggling. Striving is more like an effort it takes somebody to get something done. When we say strive, that's not struggle. We're not trying to make you, I don't just know, we're not trying to bring it to you that you need to struggle. No, this should be an effortly activities you're carrying out, but you're determining you. There's two different things about getting anything done. You cannot get anything done with motivation. Motivation is good. It triggers something in your subconscious mind, and then you're going to be asked by that. And time comes when that word is faded out. You're going to quit. So when we say getting anything done, dreams, all these things, it has to be disciplined. You should at first be intentionally. You should know what you want. You say people don't fail because they hate themselves. Everybody wants success. But the issue there is, can you pay the price? Because life, getting anything, it costs. Like, it will cost you. Nothing happened accidentally. Nothing happened by luck. Nothing happened by miracle. Have you seen? So we said understanding what striving really means. Striving is more like when you're intentionally striving is when you're intentionally getting something done, when you're intentionally building on something, actually fabricating things to actually stand. That's striving. And then you end at nothing in getting it done. Everything. Then stop living autopilot. I don't know. When we say young people stop living autopilot, this is more like addressing them, or more like telling them stop following the crowds. The life is too saturated. There's noise everywhere in the world, and then many people are just living by crowd. They are just following people. They are just living by the majority. Most of them have lost their goals, and they said when you don't have goals in life, circumstances is going to bring one for you, and at some point it may not fit in. So the best thing to do as a young person is just to know what you stand for, know what you want, know what you're chasing, know what it takes to get there. Now when we say many people are living on autopilot, that's more like they are just existing. They don't even know the reason that, like, they are not taking control of themselves. They just wake up, press their phone, go to class. If it's for students, they will just go to class, come back, patrol. They're just not intentional. They're not thinking about future. The future is set to be rude. Sorry, to pioneer, or let's just say when we say the children are the youth are the futures of tomorrow, that's to tell you that future is uncertain. Yes, as for the future is uncertain, and then if the future is uncertain, that means you have to be prepared now. There's no way you can venture in or get into uncertainty with us. I don't just know, like, without being intentional, without being prepared. I mean, so we being prepared, it gives us more chances of navigating the uncertainty that we're going to be facing in real life. So when we say strive, and then when we say stop living autopilot, that's more like being intentional. Know what you want, know what you're chasing, know what it takes, and then do anything to get there. Have you seen? So when we say young, what's it called? Your dreams need more than wishes. Your dreams need more than wishes. It needs determination. It needs mindset. It needs, when we talk about dreams, mind you, it exists twice. Dreams exist firstly in your mind, then it exists secondly in the real world. I'm not trying to confuse it. Let me bring it down. When we talk about dreams and then existing twice, let me restate. I said it first of all exists in your mental sight. That's the ability. Okay, most people will tell you that if you can picture it, you can become it. That's another way of telling you that anything you can see yourself become, you can become it too. Life is easy as that. Sorry. Life is easy as that. When you strive to get anything, you become it. Nobody can stop you unless you stop you. In other words, nobody has the ability. When we even talk about mindsets, this has to do with what we take up to our mind. Anything that can affect your mind can affect your life. So when people are talking trash about you and then you don't let it into your mind, it's not going to be affecting you. So mindset, anything that affects your mind can affect your life. So if that's the case, that's a call to be intentional and know what we're accepting in our mind. Because when you accept when you accept wrong, when you accept tracks to your mind, anything that can affect your mind can affect your life. So when we say know what you accept to your mind, because at some point people are going to be criticizing you, and then when you don't allow it to your mind, there's no way it can accept, there's no way it can affect you. If you say that I'm stupid and I don't believe that I'm stupid, I'm not going to feel bad because I don't believe so, and I'm not accepting your I'm not accepting that. So I'm just telling you the power of mindset and how it can affect your life. Anything that can affect your mind has already affected your life. So our mind is more like, it has a great part to play in our lives and our daily activities. Even when we talk about mindset, that's how we picture things, that's how we see things, that's how we go about things. You can bring two people here and ask one person, what was this? One will tell you is a pen, the other person will tell you is a stick. It's sounding funny. I'm serious. I'm being practical. I can call two students here now, or two adults, moreover, and say, bro, what is this I'm holding? The person you say is pen. I'll call the other person, bro, what am I holding? The other person will say it's a mirror. It's glass. It's sounding funny, but this is reality. Now, what actually happened there is perspective, is understanding. Moreover, they say human beings are the most difficult people to handle because everybody has their own perspective of seeing things. They have their own understanding. They are seen from different grades. So mindset can be developed and undeveloped. That's sure. So when somebody says this is a pen, the person has his own reason or her own reason of saying this is a pen, and the other person says this is a glass. He or she also have the reason because that's what he or she thinks and that's what he or she is seeing. So I'm just trying to tell you that every human being has different way of seeing things, different perspective, and then the more advisable one is to see things from a more like a growth perspective. Now, what UF stands for, or what we are eager to do, is just more like to make young people see things from a growth perspective. Because when we fail, oftentimes failure is a negative aspect of life. When we say I failed, that's not isn't call for joy. Yeah, it's a negative stuff. But moreover, when you have a good mindset, you just learn from your failure and move on. And moreover, most people allow their failure, the rate failure more than it should be. And when you do that, it's going to affect you much. It's more like praising something more than it is. Now, just when you feel, you're going to feel that my life is finished, you start underrating yourself, you start criticizing yourself. It's going to grow more than it is. I mean, it's going to affect other aspects of your life. That's what I'm trying to say. So your mindset and how you see things really matters. It has a great part to play. So when we allow things in our mind, when we allow things to access in our mind, then sink to our mind and then have effects on our mind, we should be actually ready for the effects, or more like the outcome. Because when positivity, or more like when a positive one is synced, even things, we first of all assess it. And then when we say things exist twice, your mindset has eyes. It's called mental sight. Now that's the ability for you to see things. That's more reason why we can dream. That's more reason why we can dream. That's more reason why we can picture. Take a look at it now. Most times I do tell people that time is going to come when I'm going to teach thousands of people in my stream section on YouTube. And it's sounding silly because I just have 100 and something subscribers. So that's more like a dream. I'm picturing it. For the fact that you're able to picture it, you can picture it. For the fact that you can picture it, you can future it. Picturing and featuring are two different things. Picturing is your seeing yourself, then picturing is you getting into it. Sorry, why is this mic going out? Let me restate. Picturing, the ability to see things from your mental side, the ability to see that you can get something, the ability to see that you can achieve something, the ability to see that you can attain to this height. Now, futuring is you actually venturing into that. So, if you can picture the future, you can future in. They said, if you can picture the future, you can future in. They said, you need to picture the future so that you can future in. So, At some point, it's just more like picturing is the first aspect of achieving anything. You cannot do more than the knowledge you have. If your circle is small dreamers, you dreaming big is going to be difficult. You cannot navigate because people around your circles has part to play. So when we say you need to picture the future you want to feature in, the first is picturing, seeing ability to see things from your mental sight. Now that's the first step. You cannot do more than the knowledge you have. That's an expansion. If your knowledge is limited, anyway your knowledge stops, that's where you're stopping. You cannot break through. You have to expand it. So when we say picture is a free word, you can picture anything. Now picturing don't have limits. I can see myself being the biggest YouTuber. I can see myself being the biggest streamer. Obviously, so it's just picturing. And picturing is not enough. When you're picturing something, you need to create strategies. Because dreams without execution, it becomes nightmare. Everybody have a dream. Every single person on the world has a dream. And then why it seems like most people's dreams or they are not actually actualizing it, or it doesn't come to reality, is because there's no execution. So life is not what's it called coincidence. Things don't happen on its own accord. It's not accidental. You cause things to happen. If I drop this pen and then if I return here by tomorrow, it's still going to be like this. So if actually this pen is going to be changing location, somebody is going to cause it. So life is more like stagnant. You cause things to happen. Things don't happen by wishes. You make it happen. So young people should just get ready and then they should start acting. I have few things to point out here, guys. I still have few things. Okay, I said more like dreams need consistency, dreams need executions, dreams need sleepless nights, dreams need determinations. So all these things are more like actual things that you're going to be taking up, and that's the aspect of discipline. Because comfort zone cannot fetch you anything. It's called comfort zone, a state of relaxation, and then you cannot achieve anything there. So you better pay the price to get the price you deserve. So I don't want to sound too serious, guys. Okay, I have a few things to point out. Or strive, or what's it called? Okay, strive even when nobody is watching. Many people are too used to applauding, are too used to praising, validation. Life, let me be frank, at some point nobody is going to be there to applaud. At some point nobody is going to be there to praise you. So that's when your actual heartbeat speaks. That's why we encourage discipline, because that's the ability to keep doing things even when nobody is seeing, the ability to keep striving even when nobody is applauding, the ability to keep striving even when nobody is praising you. So young people, if your life is built on people validation, it's not going to be funny. So you're going to learn to more like do things privately. Life is all about privacy, and then is our results that actually speak. That you're saying that work hard in silence, let your success make the noise. So life is all about privacy, and then if we're always waiting for people to encourage us, to motivate us, to applaud for us before we get anything started, you're not ready yet. This is just true. Such person is not ready, because at some point there won't be anybody to motivate, there won't be anybody to ginger you, there won't be anybody to trigger or push you. So if you have dreams, go get it. I don't know, I don't want to sound too serious. You people should don't mind me, I beg. Oh my god, guy, I'm stressed already. I don't know, I'm not even talked for long. You have get ready. I have few things to point out here. Moreover, I still have few things. Okay. Stop waiting for people condition. Sorry, what was that? Okay, stop waiting for perfect condition. If there's no perfect condition, take the time you have, make it perfect. Let me restate. If there's no perfect condition, take the time you have, make it perfect. You can cause anything to happen. So don't wait for perfect time. There's no perfect time to start anything. Smallness is not a crime. Smallness is not bad. In fact, there is smallness to everything. Everything that is existing on the earth, there is smallness to it. There was actually a time everything started small. Take a look at it from this view. Before a building is structured, before the foundation is laid, it first of all existed as an idea in the architecture's mind, if I'm correct. Most of them will first of all get it drawn in a paper, the kind of house they want to build. So even big mountains existed and as an idea. Every single thing has a smallness. Businesses, before it was established, it existed as an idea in the entrepreneur's mind. Everything before they get it established. So when we talk about starting small, there's a thing, you can start small, don't end small. Starting small is not bad. You can start more small and then grow. Growth is progressive. They said, if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. When you cannot walk, scroll. Sorry, when you cannot walk, crawl. But by all means, keep going. So growth doesn't mean you're going to be flying. If it's crawling, just crawl. If you cannot run, let me restate. If you cannot fly, you run. In the matter of growth, when you cannot fly, you run. In the matter of growth, when you cannot run, you walk. In the matter of growth, when you cannot walk, you crawl. But by all means, keep going. So it's a movement, and then you're progressing if actually there is a movement. So it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you're moving. So when we say smallness, you can start small and then you can grow on the progress, on the process. And moreover, when you're building something, they said big things takes time. When you're building something big, there's no need to rush it. You enjoy the process, because if actually you're building an empire, it's going to take time, and then you also enjoy the process. There's no need to rush. Okay, guys, am I shouting? I don't think so. Am I shouting? I don't want to shout, guys. I have a few things to point out here. More. Okay. I stop waiting for perfect time. It's just more like take the time you have, make it perfect. If there's no door, if opportunity doesn't knock, create a door for it to knock. Cause things to happen. Starts from anywhere. Get things started. So you don't just feel relaxed waiting for perfect time. At some point, waiting can be error. Can be said to be a wasted effort. At some point, the full meaning of waiting can be wasting away important time. As perfect as waiting is, at some point can be said to be wasting away important time. W is for wasting. I is for importance. Wasting away important time. I don't even know how to analyze that. Waiting at some point can be wasting away important time. So if your life is there just waiting, you cannot achieve anything. And whenever time is going, time is not waiting. So just get started. As big as the journey of 1,000 miles, it has not started if the first step has not been taken. So you actually starting small is not a crime. That's my emphasis. And then it's a free word, and then you can start small and then you can grow. Okay, guys, we don't mean to sound harsh. I have few things to point out here. Build yourself before building success. I have a lot to talk. Build yourself before building success. At some point, growth can be said to be uncomfortable. Reason? Because you're trying to become who you have not been. Growth is not usually comfortable, and then you're going to learn to be comfortable doing uncomfortable things. If you ever want growth, let me restate. If you want growth, you're going to learn how to be comfortable doing uncomfortable things, because it's going to restrict you. I don't just know, it's going to strangle you. So you're not just going to enjoy the process, because you're trying to become the version of yourself that you have not ever been in the process of growth. So growth is progressive, and then it requires hard work, discipline, consistency, daily effort. Where is that? That's our gas studio. Yeah, we know gas studio. How you doing, bro? Greetings this afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. I don't look like a good person. Obviously, we're good people. Good afternoon, bro. We're greeting. This is good afternoon. Good afternoon, bro. Let me not be partial. Everybody on the live stream session. How is it like this? I don't know. How did they even used to greet? Is it like this? Oh my God. Yeah, I do remember you now. I've seen this name the name sounds familiar. Like, oh, it's the studio aspects that I was able to remember. I've seen such stuff, and then when I saw your name, I was able to recall back. So yeah, we know you, bro. How you doing? It feels good seeing you one more time, and then it's been a while. Welcome. It feels cool. It feels good seeing you back. And then I wanted to greet you people first. I said, I want to I want it to be like I'm partial. UF is not partial. And then I want to greet. People should tell me, like, how am I supposed to greet? I want to greet everybody in the live stream session now. And our way of greeting is like this. Is it like this? Is it like and there's no way I can bend down because I'm sitting. So people are going to be managing my greetings. I'm going to greet while I'm sitting. Sorry, do you have PC if you have please video game? Sorry, he said, oh, do you have a PC if you have please video games? I have a PC, but it's my designing. I use it for designing. I'm a graphic designer. That's why my name is UFGRAPHICS. I'm a graphic designer, and I usually use my PC to design. I make designs for people. And then, if you want one, anybody that wants design, I'll make anything for my audience. Anything. Yeah, I have a computer. Yeah, it's over there. There's no way I can bring it here now. It's just over there. And then I was designing with it before I started the live stream section. And then I'm going back to my design. I have people that I have to. I'm getting some people's work ready. I currently have design that I'm making. Oh, you asked me where I'm from. Obviously, I'm from Nigeria, and I'm a Nigerian guy. I'm a Nigerian small boy. Are you from Nigeria too? Gas studio. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian guy. I'm currently in Nigeria, presiding now. Yes. Are you a Nigerian guy? I don't know. I'm just asking. If you notify us, are you our brother? Are you our brother? Oh my God. All this while I've been seeing what's it called? Oh, I have a lot of friends from UK, Australia, all of that. And then if gas studio is from Nigeria, we're going to be happy that you have ever seen, or let's just say we're just seen very first time a Nigerian guy on our live stream section. All this while we've just been seeing different countries, and then it seems like Nigerians, they are isolating, or let's just say they are avoiding our streams. I don't know why. Oh my God. So bro, how you doing, bro? We're asking okay, you sorry enter to Islam. You're in Islam. Islam religion. I know Islam is a religion. Islam, yeah. I'm a apologies for that. That was it. And let me just restrict. I hate. Oh God, are you being serious? He said, so please, believe Allah. Oh my God, God I beg. I'm going to convince you now to believe my own religion as well. God I beg. Well, Gash has studio. It feels cool anyways. Having you, and then I don't just know. Our live stream session breached, but we just feel that someone just called us, and then it's actually affected our network. But I've just restricted that now. But it's fine. Then we're going to be proceeding. We'll be saying a lot already, and then we are running. Today is striving. We're talking about the matter of striving, and then we said striving is not struggling. We're trying to tell people, yes, you ought to strive. If you're ever going to get anything done, if you're ever going to succeed in anything, striving is going to be included. Striving is the ability to impute pressure, more like to mount more pressure in your dreams, because dreams are not just, if dreams are based on wishes, visions doesn't give birth to dreams. So you're just going to keep there wishing, and then you never get anything done. Everything. So that's the emphasis, and then we will still have things to talk about. We just have a few things here. So we just say, okay, build yourself before building success. So success is actually has to do with you. Yourself has to be involved. Sorry. Yourself is included. So who you're becoming really matters before the success, because If okay, let me just use this for a practical example. If you're giving $10 and you spend it lavishly, even when you're giving $50 billion, you are going to still spend it lavishly because you're not matured. No, when we talk about maturity, we're not talking about body size. Maturity has to do with sense, it has to do with your mentals. Your mentals is included, the ability to solve real life problems, handle issues, handle critical problems, and then give solutions to some critical things. That's maturity, ability to do things in a more organized way. So it's not it doesn't necessarily have to do with size, body size, everything. So when we talk about, so many people want, okay, firstly let's go back. We said build yourself. So just wishing dreams and then all these things, no, you have to build yourself. Your becoming has a lot to play, because even when you get your dream and then your becoming is, because becoming has to do with upgrading, trying to become who you have not been. And I said it's often uncomfortable because you're becoming who you have not ever been before, and then at that's a more like transfiguration stage or transforming. I don't know. You're upgrading. So if that's actually the case, it has to do with a lot of strengthening, like a lot of hard work and then a lot of seriousness. So you don't just become things by birth or by you don't inherit it. You intentionally acquire it. Okay, guys, we have things to point out here. More things to elaborate on. Okay. Build becomes first. Sorry, but becoming comes first. I just stated something like that. Small effort create big future. Don't undermine the aspect of smallness. Small repeated effort create massive results. If someone is reading for 1 hour every single day, taking it for a year, that's 360 something days, hours spent. I mean, so smallness doesn't mean regret or whatever. Yes, smallness repeated oftentimes create massive result. So if I'm just writing on my hands, this is I'm just trying to be practical. If I'm just writing one this thing on my hands daily, time comes when it's going to be full. Like I don't know, my hand is going to be full of pen. Obviously, so I'm just trying to tell you, your small, what's it called, like repeated stuff, despite it's small, once it's repeated, it's going to be accumulating. Obviously, so smallness doesn't transmit to or translate to or inefficiency or whatever. So it can be accumulated, can accumulate. Or final section, close struggle. Oh, strongly. That's more like, yeah, I'm telling you that's more like closing. And closing talk should tell you that yes, everybody has dreams and then everybody has purpose, everybody has direction. And then when you're not, when your own is only based on wishes, your wishes never amount to anything. And then wishes that never get anything done. So is your seriousness, is your eagerness, like being eager to get something done, your spirit, like how strongly you believe in that. Because at so many times, so like it's not easy, it's not going to be, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy or fair, but what's actually going to be determining it is your activity, because that's the first stop. Even when everything is easy, if your activeness on that is not strong enough, like it takes a lot of effort to give back to a dream. Because if it's said to be a dream, it's not going to be an easily achieved something. It takes a lot. You have a part to play in getting it done. So you're not just going to sit down there and then wait it comes to your side. No, it doesn't happen like that. So that's just the way it is. And then every young person out there should be intentional. Every young person out there should be very disciplined, and every young person out there should be determined, because that's the more like the violent aspect. You're going to be very, very violent in the aspect of getting your dreams come true, because when you're not, life is going to play you around, and then that's just it. So much. Also, guys, we're going to be breaching very soon, in less than 1 minute. Our life institution has expired. We don't exhausted scheduled time, and then we so much appreciate every single person for joining, people that subscribed or chatted or wished us to. All your efforts is not taken for granted. You regard that so much. We got that, and then every single person here, much love to every young person, every single person that viewed. You guys is not taken for granted. So guys, we're backing off now, and then much love every single person here. Maybe for collaboration, our contact is there. Maybe you can get to check if or what's it called, our social media and the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We have graphics, all social media, and maybe we can get to talk better and then communicate better. All right, guys. At this point, we're going offline, and then thanks every single person for joining. We're going to see tomorrow. We're streaming every day, and then we'll get to talk more. Okay, guys, much love to every single person out there. Thank you for today's session, and then we're backing up now. Much love, bro. Much love. Catch you.